As flames tore through the night sky like fiery serpents, a suffocating haze blanketed the mountain ranges north of Los Angeles. The roar of the wildfire, amplified by the dry winds, echoed like a beast on the hunt. Families scrambled to pack their lives into suitcases, leaving behind homes they feared they might never see again. The horizon, once serene, was now a blazing inferno threatening to consume everything in its path. Kayla Amara, a nurse from Valencia, stood frozen in her friend's driveway, a garden hose in her trembling hands. The fire had exploded in size, its fiery tendrils encroaching on the peaceful neighborhood of Castaic's Stone Gate. Moments earlier, she had arrived to help retrieve belongings for her friend, who had dashed to pick up her daughter from preschool. Now, as the flames neared, Kayla's instincts kicked in. She drenched the property in water, praying it might buy precious minutes before the fire arrived. "It's been stressful with those other fires," she later said, her voice breaking with exhaustion. "But now that this one is close to home, it's just super stressful." The Hughes Fire, which erupted without warning, had scorched nearly 16 square miles within hours, driven by bone-dry vegetation and treacherous winds. It was the latest in a series of wildfires tormenting Southern California, where the Palisades and Eaton fires had already left a trail of devastation. 28 lives lost and over 14,000 structures reduced to ash. The night sky seemed unforgiving, the stars obscured by the heavy smoke. Nearly 54,000 residents were under evacuation warnings, anxiously awaiting updates. The firefighters, aided by helicopters, dropping tens of thousands of gallons of water, worked tirelessly to push back the relentless inferno. Yet the fire remained only 14% contained, a sobering reminder of the magnitude of the challenge ahead. Amid the chaos, another blaze erupted in Ventura County, briefly forcing the evacuation of California State University Channel Islands. Though contained quickly, it underscored the fragile state of the region. Each ember carried the potential to ignite a new catastrophe. This was not just a fire, it was a test of resilience, a battle for survival, and a stark warning of the growing ferocity of nature's wrath. As residents fled, many carried not just their belongings, but also the weight of uncertainty. Would their homes withstand the flames? Would their lives ever return to normal? The wildfire's unrelenting spread painted a grim picture of a state under siege, with no end in sight. Yet even in the face of such destruction, the bravery of firefighters and the solidarity of neighbors like Kayla offered a glimmer of hope amid the darkness. It began as a faint glow on the horizon, but within hours, the Hughes Fire transformed into an unstoppable force, scorching 16 square miles of forest and brush. Fueled by bone-dry vegetation and fierce winds, the flames spread like lightning, leaping from ridge to ridge and leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. As helicopters dropped tens of thousands of gallons of water and fire retardant, the inferno raged on, defying containment efforts. Each gust of wind carried glowing embers that sparked new blazes, keeping firefighters in a constant battle to protect lives and property. With the fire only 14% contained, thousands of residents remained under evacuation orders, anxiously awaiting updates on the fate of their homes. This was just the latest chapter in a season of devastation. To the south, the Palisades and Eaton fires had already left Southern California reeling. These twin disasters had claimed 28 lives and destroyed over 14,000 structures, their impact felt in every corner of the affected communities. For weeks, families had been uprooted, their lives reduced to piles of ash and memories scattered by the wind. The numbers were staggering, but they couldn't capture the chaos unfolding on the ground. Roads clogged with fleeing families, skies darkened by smoke, and hillsides glowing ominously in the night, all painted a grim portrait of nature's wrath. Fire officials warned that conditions could worsen. Red flag warnings signaled high fire danger, and the relentless winds showed no signs of abating. For residents, the uncertainty was unbearable. "We thought we'd have more time," one evacuee lamented, but when the fire came, it came fast. The Hughes Fire was more than a wildfire. It was a vivid reminder of nature's untamed power and humanity's fragile place in the face of such ferocity. Kayla Amara never imagined her evening would end like this. A nurse by profession, she had driven to her friend's house in Castaic to help pack belongings. But as soon as she arrived, the sight of the growing blaze forced her into action. The fire, just a distant glow moments before, was now an unforgiving force racing toward the neighborhood. Kayla's friend had rushed out to pick up her daughter, leaving her house in the line of danger.